Would you like to have the kind of confidence that you can walk into any room and no matter whether you know people or not, you feel really confident to be able to deal with the situation? Well, this afternoon I'm joined by Claire, who I've worked with for a while, and Claire and I have been working on a different kind of confidence we've been looking at from a professional perspective. But there's another area you want to look at. Tell me more about that, Claire.
Yeah, I would like to be more confident in social situations.
So it's just in social situations now you want. How do you currently feel?
Quite anxious. Can be a little bit kind of panicky, kind of, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to say?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a technique which actually you know and you've been using for years. You just haven't had a name for it. Well, maybe you have. You knew it as a child. It's actually how you learnt to walk. It's how you learnt to talk. It's how you learn to do most things. And it's called copying, or in coaching terms, modelling. So what we need to do is I would like you to think about a particular person that has the kind of confidence when you look at them in a social situation that you would really like to have. So maybe you could do this at home. Think about somebody that's in that particular area that you'd like to boost your confidence, and think about that person. They could be absolutely anybody. They could be someone you know, family member or friend. Could be a film star, or it could be even a fictional character from a book. So Claire, have you thought of somebody?
Yeah, I've thought of two people who are friends of mine, but they're men. Does that matter?
Absolutely not. It doesn't matter if the gender's opposite to yourself at all, so you're perfectly happy to look at them. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I want you to think about how they behave in certain situations, those social situations where they exude confidence in your perspective. So think about, first of all, let's think about their body. How do they tend to stand or sit or carry themselves? What sort of physiology do they have?
Very tall, very open, very sort of confident, and quite relaxed with it.
So they're quite tall, and so is their body going quite tall?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're quite relaxed?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else about their physiology?
And I think, and facing you, yeah.
Oh, okay, so actually turning and facing you
yes,
as well.
It would be
okay.
A bit more like that.
And did you notice how you automatically changed your body as well? How do you feel? Has that affected the way that you feel?
It's feeling a bit unnatural at the moment, but it's good. It feels better.
Absolutely. It's a bit like when you try anything new, it kind of feels sort of, you're unsure. It's like a child when they're learning to walk. Even though they're copying the pattern from somebody else, they need to kind of learn that pattern and then add their own personality to it. And this is the same sort of thing. You're just taking a blueprint, and the more you get used to it, you'll adapt it to your own personality. So it really becomes yours and you can take ownership. So the next thing to look at is their style, the way that their clothes are, the way that they carry themselves from a style perspective. And even though they are gentlemen, you can still look at that because there may be something that gives you a distinction there that helps you understand their confidence even more.
So I think they, in their workwear, they'd be a lot more formal, kind of a suit or a uniform, and so what they're wearing on social situations is much more relaxed, very different kind of dress.
So they're two very distinctive things. There's one for work, one for social. Now, bearing in mind that we've done a lot of confidence work around your professional life, is that an area where you've got clothes sorted, do you think?
Yeah, getting there, much more so than I had.
Okay. How about your clothes on a social perspective?
No, really haven't done that, so yeah, that would be good, I could do that.
Do you think that's something that would make a big difference if thinking about what you've learned from the work perspective, if you took that into the social side as well?
Yeah, very much so, because I would know that things suited me and that would make me feel more confident.
Fantastic. Okay. So now you've got those things as well. You can think about the body of the person you're thinking about, think about their style as well, and what you could take from that to help you boost your confidence even more. Now, finally, I want to look at their communication. How do they communicate with you so that you really know and you get a sense of them being confident?
The main thing that they do is to make you feel that you're the only person in the room and that you're really important and they're really interested in you and want to know what you think. So it's that kind of focus on you.
Okay.
even though you might be in a room with 50 people or in a busy restaurant where there's lots of distractions.
How do they do that? How do they give you that focus?
Quite again, using the sort of posture and the sort of face on and a lot of eye contact.
Okay. Anything else?
They're both really good listeners. So lots of listening and lots of sort of nodding and showing that they're agreeing with you and want you to carry on. So, yeah.
Okay, so that's how you know that they're really listening to you. They're making that eye contact, giving you those nods, because then you know that they're really listening to you. Fantastic. So can you imagine now taking all those three elements and putting those together? So thinking about how their body is. So they've got that, they're tall, they're strong, they're confident, they're upright, they're open, and they're face on to that person. Thinking about having that confidence in your own style in clothing as well. And then also having that kind of communication. So contact, eye to eye, really listening, giving those affirmative nods so that you know someone's... Can you imagine that kind of difference now?
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think that would make me much more relaxed, much calmer and less panicky.
Which is what you're looking for.
Which is what I'm looking for. Also, it would make me listen more, which would be good.
Fantastic. Well, I'll leave you to write those things down. So take the time and find the person that you would like to have that kind of confidence, that you see as someone who is really confident. Look at their body. How do they carry themselves? How do they stand? Is there a particular way that they walk or sit that shows you, in your perspective, that they're confident? And can you adopt that? Look at their style. Is there anything there that you can take and even try? And remember that sometimes it may feel a little bit uncomfortable, but hey, a brand new pair of shoes needs to be worn in. And finally, look at their communication. How do you know, in your mind, are they communicating and giving off that confidence? Is it the eye contact? Is it the smiles? Is it those nods? Make a list of those things, and then you'll have a list of ingredients to help you become even more confident. I'm Jules Wyman of Positive Belief. Enjoy this process and become even more confident right now.